Another day, another Derby profile. Today's episode is going to be on Midnight Bourbon. Let's go. Midnight Bourbon is most definitely in his own little special category, as he is the most consistent horse in this field. In 7 career starts, he's never been worse than third, and in those 7 starts, he raced in 5 graded stakes races. So that's pretty impressive on its own, and he also took one in the Grade 3 Lecomte Stakes, and he was also able to defeat both Mandaloun and Proxy, horses that finished ahead of him in the Risen Star. So, he definitely fared the best out of the main horses that ran in the Louisiana Triple. However, he only won the Lecomte and then was second to Hot Rod Charlie, who kind of stole the Louisiana Derby. But he still ran a good race. But there's something about Midnight Bourbon that kind of puts me off from him. It's hard to really describe per se because all systems seem to go when it comes to his statistics, being no worse than third and 7 starts in 5 grade stakes races. But something about him just makes me think that he just isn't good enough, that he just isn't adequate top tier material. He just seems like a B tier horse who can run well, but just isn't really up there at the top. He runs solid, but he hasn't ran in a race as big as the Kentucky Derby, and I feel like with more horses and an elevated level of quality when it comes to the race horses, I feel like this will be his first time off the board. I think he'll do a good 7th or 8th, but he just doesn't come off to me as a horse with an exceptional amount of talent. He's just a solid working class horse, and I just don't think that that kind of solid horse necessarily gets his day in the Kentucky Derby. I think he'll just have an okay middle placing, and that's kind of it. He just doesn't strike me as an exceptional horse that'll be up there facing off against the main leaders and finishing in the top 5. He just doesn't strike me like that for some odd reason. And that's why I'll personally avoid him. You can definitely choose him if you want a solid, reliable horse, but only do this if his odds are high enough. At the moment, he's at about 20 to 1 or so morning line, but if he dips too far below that, like 15 to 1 or 12 to 1 or anything really below that, then I'd say he's not really worth it. But as a 20 to 1 shot, I'd say he's perfect. He's a perfect 20 to 1 shot type horse, but that's about as far as I would push it. Hope you guys enjoyed this Derby profile. Comment on other horses I should cover, and see you guys next time.